Or some more Star Control 2. Oops. Apparently did not load quite fast enough and now went into the credits. So happy Monday, everybody. Let's figure out where we're at here. Last time I believe we made a bunch of alliances. We found the ores and allied with them. We went to the Spothy homeworld that Whiffo had given us the coordinates of and kind of bullied them into allying with us. Then we went to where the Zoq-Fot-Pik had sent us a distress signal and allied with them. So got lots of allies now. And was that a follow from Hatchlord that I just saw? Thank you for the follow. That was, in fact, what I just saw. Sure looks like it.
Yeah, welcome back to our world.
Lord is a great streamer that I like to watch in the mornings.
I can't say it too. Besides, you always get to talk.
A nice low profanity stream.
Sorry.
Playing lots of retro games.
Well, why? That doesn't make sense.
Look, don't ask me. I think it's something technical.
Yeah, right. I'm so sure. What a lame excuse.
Thank you, Hatchlord. Thanks for the follow. Let's see, so what's happened around here?
Been pretty quiet, Captain. Nothing new to report.
Are you crazy? What about the Fungi Championships?
Why should we tell the Earth Captain about that? He wouldn't be interested.
Oh, yeah? How do you know?
Because I'm not even interested. Nobody with any brains is interested in Fungi.
I like these guys.
What about me, huh? I love Fungi. It's a sport of kings.
Gee.
Oh, all right. He wouldn't know any of the teams anyway.
See, so last time I'd added a new feature to my bot that allows me to search my notes on stream. Hello, Rayburst. Welcome back to the stream. I don't think I have any notes on Fungi, but like in my current goals, I'm going to be talking to these guys and then heading off to Orionis to see what's over there. Orionis, which I believe I know already to be Umgah. Yep, Umgah, Orionis. This search results, to avoid cluttering up the chat too much, actually go onto the stream itself right up here. There. Let's see, any news about the war between the two alien races?
No, we have nothing new to report.
Nope, not a thing.
And
goodbye, Captain.
See ya.
Their history is funny, but I already went through all of that on the last stream, so I probably don't need to go through all of it again. It takes a little while. Let's have a look at our map. So Orionis is over here. And there's that appearing, disappearing star that appears on the 17th somewhere over here. Apparently we have a little while before that comes up again, I think. So let's just head to the edge of this space and try to get out of here before any of the Ur-Quan catch up to us here. So I don't really want to fight them with what I've got. My flagship is quite weak. And I don't know that any of the ships that I have as escorts are good options for fighting them either. I'd probably have to try and do it with the Spothy Eluder, which would take a while to destroy any number of Ur-Quan ships. But I should be able to outrun all of them, as long as I can get away from the gravity well. Yeah, all those dark blobs down here are probably Ur-Quan groups chasing me. Oh, I don't know if probably Seal-Alone and Rayburst are interested in seeing my shirt a little better that I got for Father's Day. From my wife. I really like the music in this too. Well, there's definitely some stuff in this vicinity. There's another contact on the whatever the hyperwave radar is that we use. The shirt, Rayburst? Ooh, this isn't bad. We got a treasure world with nice weather and real low tectonics. And not hot. So let's scoop up some valuable stuff here. There might be a tiny bit of earthquake activity, but... Oh, I'm full already. Yeah, I think she said she got it on Etsy, so... Custom job, but... Yeah, I like it. Grab one of these small ones. Oh, thank you for the host, Hatch Lord. I think that might be my first ever host, actually. So thank you very much. And we got... finish off this planet, and then we will look some more. Resources are useful, because there is stuff I can upgrade and more ships I can build. What I really want to find, though, is life forms that I can stun and study for biological data, so I can buy some new technology from the Melnorme. So there's a lot of upgrades that would be super nice to have. Oh, this magnetic world is full of earthquakes. This planet is made of earthquakes. Although there is some exotic materials here. Oh, it's also super heavy and a lot of fuel to land on. I'm just going to skip that. I was hoping since it's fairly warm near this star, they're green orbit rings, that there'd be some life forms here, but no luck. I'll check this outer planet and then a few more stars here, but very likely I'm going to encounter the Umgah soon. Unfortunately, I don't think I have a location for their homeworld, so I'm going to probably have to try and talk to them and figure it out. If they'll tell me. Allied world. Not too exciting. Yeah, there's another Halide world. There's a little bit of radioactives here, which would be worth picking up, but the other stuff is just kind of junk. You can tell by the color of the dots. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with any of those. Let's move on. Just work our way inward. So the objective of this game right now. So the space exploration and trying to basically unenslave Earth, who was part of the new alliance of free stars who lost the war with the Ur-Quan hierarchy 20 years ago. Your people were a secret Earth colony that was studying some precursor ruins that they found, which eventually turned out to be a factory to build this huge, fancy precursor starship. But once they finally got it working, sent it back to Earth, and we found Earth was slave-shielded with a human-run Ur-Quan starbase in orbit. From there, we're trying to gather allies and figure out what's going on in the galaxy, because the Ur-Quan kind of also disappeared and went off. Well, now we know where they are, but they're fighting some big mysterious enemy, and a bunch of different things are going on. But right now our main goal is to gather allies and figure out some way to defeat the Ur-Quan and their bajillions of ships. Still trying to find out what has happened to all the old Alliance members, and for that matter, the Hierarchy members, which we've allied with the Spathi, who are one of the funniest ones. Even they were super cowardly and got tricked into being battle thralls for the Ur-Quan. And even the Umgah, who are the pranksters who tricked them into it to begin with.
Well, hello, my belly. It's a human earthling. Yeah, well, haven't seen a human earthling since what? I've never seen a human earthling. What coincidence.
Evil blobbies, you must submit to our overwhelming power. Umgah, reveal your secrets. Here's our credo. Freedom from Ur-Quan, what do you say? Look, I know we've had our differences in the past, but can't we be friends? Here's our credo. Freedom from Ur-Quan, what do you say?
Freedom is very true thing. It's so much easier to make good jokes without roaring old Ur-Quan slave laws. We wanting to pull real good one on those stupid nosers from Draconis for a long time. But since they battle thralls too, we not allowed to even small pranks on them. Like, say, dropping planetoid in their ocean. Big waves, big waves.
Their pranks are a little extreme. Umgah, reveal your secrets.
Okay, since you ask so nicely, we will tell you a thing or two. For instance, did know that even now we performing surgery on Pkunk pet? Arilou found it alone and dying in wreck of Ur-Quan dreadnought on Alpha Pavonis. They couldn't heal, so they brought it to us. We discovered that animals have potential for high intelligence, provided we make few minor genetic modifications.
Look, I know we've had our differences in the past, but can't we be friends?
Sure, friend for sure. Who cares about boring old Ur-Quan and their slave laws? Here we come to say hello to new friends.
Oh, looks like they are attacking us. Let's try one of our Pkunk Furies. Now these guys, they don't have a secondary weapon like most ships do, and they also don't recharge their energy like normal. Instead, they have to insult the enemy to recharge their ship's combat batteries, so that's why you're going to hear a string of insults from them.
Moron, dodo, jerk, twit, loser, wimp.
Also, Umgah ship flew really weird.
Twit, wimp, stupid, fool, wimp. Moron.
Ah. Also, the Pkunk ships sometimes get
Moron.
reincarnated when they blow up
Fool, dummy,
with full crew.
Fool, baby, dummy,
This is not a good mashup.
dodo, dummy, idiot,
Pick
twit,
something else.
wimp.
Ah. Unless I just keep getting extra ships.
Wimp, twit,
There's a hit.
wimp, wimp,
There's a couple
wimp,
hits.
worm, baby, idiot, baby,
Ah.
stupid, moron, twit, stupid, dodo, dummy. Worm,
Ah.
baby, worm, dummy, stupid, baby, worm, idiot, fool, loser,
I'm just getting
fool,
damaged here.
jerk, twit,
Wow, I'm getting real lucky
stupid,
with the
loser,
respawns.
moron, dummy,
Got one.
loser,
Doot, doot. He bumped into the planet.
dummy,
And again.
fool, idiot, dummy, wimp,
And again.
idiot, twit,
If I can just get him to run into the planet over and over, I'll have an easier time.
Fool, baby, loser, stupid, dodo, baby, idiot, stupid,
Whoa.
loser, baby, worm, dodo,
Just have to sneak my bullets around his antimatter cone. Haha! Got both of them. Whoa, let's move away from here. Well, I still don't know where their homeworld is, so I might need to talk to more of them. First, though, let's transfer crew back into that punk ship. One thing my flagship does have is a lot of crew capacity, so as long as my ships don't get completely destroyed, I can recrew them in between encounters. I doubt this is their homeworld, but I'll go say hello anyway. Nope, just a purple world. Which are usually not interesting. And the earthquake activity is a little bit high. So I'm gonna move away from these guys just so I don't get caught in a whole bunch of encounters all at once. Oh, my sun is bright behind my monitor, it's hard to see. Maybe I'll just move on to the next system here. Okay, now we see the Umgah sphere of influence, so probably their homeworld is somewhere towards the middle. But I don't know which one it is, so I'm gonna look around more. Until I either stumble across it or one of them tells me where to go. Well, there's a lot of ships around that planet. So it might be that one. Save here, because I could easily have a bad time in one of these encounters. Sure, not coming at. Now they're coming after me. Converse.
Well, hi there, human. How old fluid sacks today? What? You don't have fluid sacks? Well, what do you call your mate then? You don't have a mate? Well, that's even funnier.
Umgah, reveal your secrets.
Okay.
See if they say anything
You
more.
ask so nicely. We will tell you a thing or two. For instance...
Nope, already know about that. And nothing new there either. Okay, looks like they don't have anything different to say. Evil blobbies, you must submit to our overwhelming power, or it has been fascinating, or I must go. Let's try this one. Evil blobbies, you must submit to our overwhelming power.
Good joke. We use it on someone else real soon.
Okay, what do I want to try? I definitely don't want an Earthlink cruiser. I think it'll just get chewed up. And Whippo doesn't seem like a great idea. I'll try Smell. Our, Or's nemesis. See if the Or's Marines can do anything with this. If they can get around the antimatter cone, that would be good. The Or's ship can launch Marines that'll board and beat up enemy ships. They can also aim their main gun in different directions, so I can fire backwards like this. And I think their projectiles are fairly strong in terms of durability. So I think I can actually shoot through the antimatter cone.
Go!
Try dropping a Marine and see if he gets on there. Nope. But maybe if I drop it closer to the... He's closer to the gravity well. So the Marines will try to slingshot. Nice.
Go.
Ah, one away from getting him. I want to finish him off and retreat so that I can bring in a different ship before this one gets blown up. Okay, warp this ship out. And honestly, I think I was doing the best with the Pkunk Fury, even though it did get blown up a bunch of times, and that might not survive after that.
Moron.
Like, it's just random if they come back or not.
Fool.
But
Idiot. Loser. Dodo. Fool. Stupid. Wit. Dodo. Loser. Worm. Idiot. Dodo. Worm. Wimp. Stupid. Idiot. Dumb. Worm. Moron. Worm. Fool. Idiot. Loser. Fool.
Oh, no.
Dodo. Wimp.
That was
Dodo.
close.
Wimp. Loser. Idiot. Fool. Worm. Dodo. Baby. Worm. Baby. Dummy. Loser.
Yeah, the
Fool. Moron.
the Umgah drones can keep that cone up forever. Their energy doesn't recharge or drain while they're doing it. The only thing they use energy for is that weird zipping backwards move they do. Ah, got a little too close, and I didn't get the respawn.
Moron.
One more hit will do it. That did it, but he's low. Let's switch ships again. And Whippo, save us, Whippo. It's up to you. Butt torps. The backwards utilizing tracking torpedoes. Oh, that was way easier. I should have just done that from the beginning. Go away! Yikes, there's a million ships here. This actually might be their homeworld. I'm gonna let all the ships get into this local space and then run for it. Away! Umgah. So maybe Alpha Orionis homeworld? Because there are a lot of ship groups here. That's the most I've seen anywhere for any race, I think, so. Let's leave this area. It's actually getting towards the 17th, so let's move. There's a star that appears for 3 days starting the 17th of every month in this area. I was told about it by the Spothy and actually saw it on my map at one point. So let's just get out of Umgah territory. We'll look for resources here until the 17th, but it should get there pretty close to time. So, saw the Umgah, and that didn't go real well. I think the Arilou are supposed to be around the Umgah somewhere, too. The Arilou Lollylay. Which I used to be able to spell. I don't think I can spell it anymore. Treasure World has lightning, though. Lightning is always bad, but there's also life forms here, and it is the least amount of lightning possible and still have lightning, so I'm gonna try to, after I fix up my crew counts. Oh, stop it. I'm done. So I do need life forms. Spacebar to shoot? Enter. Enter to fire the stunner. Come on, lightning, don't zap me. I'm trying to get credits. Fold is full, but my computer's not, so I can grab a couple more of these. That's a miss. Yeah, the lander can't hold too much cargo, but I have a lot of cargo pods on my ship, so I can make multiple trips to pick up more stuff. Okay, now I'm running out of crew on my lander, which having my lander blow up would be bad. The stuff on here wasn't worth too much, other than the bioforms here aren't being worth too much, so it's probably not worth me landing again and taking more casualties. Off we go! The Gamma Cercini. Although it's already the 15th, so I imagine around the time I get there is when that other star is going to appear. Yeah, it's already the 16th. So maybe I'll just move up. Oh, there it is. And according to the header, we are in quasi-space. Went from hyperspace to quasi-space. Track up to wherever this is.
Ha-ha! Our clever ward has found our nook in time. You are the first brave human. No others have made the trip. This is our home world, Polyalarophyli, nestled safe in this true space eddy. The portal you pass through is a rarity, a natural point of interdimensional fatigue. We use these phenomena to speed our transit through the realities. We are wondering, have you met with the Umgah recently? We entrusted an injured talking pet into their care, and we were curious about its progress.
So I was told by the Pkunk that the Arilou were going to give me a way of traveling very quickly around the galaxy. So we'll have to see about that. You sound as if you know me. Have we met? I know who you are. You're Arilou. We wondered what happened to your people for a long time. I'll be. It's the Arilou. Why the hell did you run out on the Alliance of Free Stars? What happened? You sound as if you know.
I forget myself. Of course you don't know me. You are from Unservault, not Earth. We are, however, how shall I say, related. It has been many of your years since I have been to our planet Earth. We are known among your kind by many names, some of them flattering, some of them not. The one we use most often was given to us by the children of the Celts, a wonderful culture. They called us the Arilou Lalile. More recently, we were part of the Alliance of Three Stars, along with your kind until we decided to return to our own, how would you say, reality, when it became clear that your people would be safe enough under the Ur-Quan slave shield.
So what did happen at the end of the war?
Forgive us if we forget the importance you attach to such events as this. Our context is infinitely broader than yours in scope, both in space and time. Nevertheless, to please you, I shall try to recall. Yes, now I remember. Here is the sequence. The Ur-Quan fleets have moved through your solar system, and you are defeated. Your people make the choice not to fight with and for the Ur-Quan. A shield is cast about your world. Your people are now safe. This makes us happy. The Armada departs your star system and moves toward the remaining Alliance members, ourselves, the Cyrene, the Yehat, and their adopted Zoq-Fot-Pik. The Yehat and Zoq-Fot-Pik withdraw to Delta Gorno, but they do not permit the Cyrene to follow. We are content with the flow of events and leave the area to return here. From our perspective, this sequence of events ends here.
That doesn't give me too much new information. The Yehat and Zoq-Fot-Pik both fell back to Delta Gorno. Zoq-Fot-Pik fell back to Delta Gorno at the end of the war. Oh, what about the Ur-Quan? What are they up to?
Soon after the Ur-Quan defeated the Yehat and imprisoned the Cyrene and Beetlejuice, their siblings arrived to initiate the doctrinal conflict. This battle continues as we speak.
Siblings. What exactly have you been doing on Earth?
You desire honesty. It is given. We have visited your world for many thousands of years into your species' past. We have changed things, made modifications.
What did you change and modify on Earth, and why?
Our motives are multiple, our desires complex. Part of what we do on Earth is for your own protection. There are parasites, creatures who dwell beyond. They have names, but you do not know them. They would like to find you, but they are blind to your presence unless you show yourselves. The Androsynths showed themselves, and something noticed them. There are no more Androsynths now, only Ors.
Sounds creepy. Please go on.
No. In a way, ignorance is your armor, your best protection. They cannot see you now. They cannot smell you. Much of our work with your people involved making you invisible, changing your smell. If I tell you more, you will look where you could never look before. And while you are looking, you can and will be seen. You do not want to be seen.
Alrighty, one of our crew went crazy because of just learning some stuff from the old Androsynth science computers, so that's probably true. You said you had much to give my people. Can you be more specific?
As you know, we live in a dimension adjacent to hyperspace, which we call quasi-space. Our ships move between these dimensions through weaknesses in the interdimensional fabric. Although many such weaknesses, or portals, exist which lead from our dimension, quasi-space, to various locations in hyperspace, there is only one naturally occurring portal, which will transport a ship from hyperspace to quasi-space. We therefore find it convenient to generate our own portals artificially, with focused dimensional fatigue rays. As a sign of our long-standing relationship with your species, we would happily fit your vessel with a portal spawner of its own. But your ship is so massive, our units would be ineffective. However, we suspect you may find a sufficiently powerful warp pod, the key element in a portal spawner, in the wreck of the Ur-Quan Dreadnought on the 7th world at Alpha Pavonis. Bring that warp pod back here, and we will prepare a portal spawner for your vessel.
You mentioned a talking pet. How did you find one?
We are an endlessly curious species, and we spend much of our time on, how should I say, reconnaissance missions. During one such trip, we witnessed the crash landing of an Ur-Quan Dreadnought on the surface of Alpha Pavonis 7. Normally, when an Ur-Quan vessel is disabled, it automatically engages self-annihilation circuits to prevent other species from learning the Ur-Quan's technological secrets. In this case, however, these circuits must have failed. The Dreadnought did not disintegrate on impact. We landed to explore the wreckage, and were amazed to find a survivor, a talking pet. As you may know, the Ur-Quan use these non-sentient creatures for the task of interspecies translation, a task the Ur-Quan find ultimately demeaning. The talking pet was severely injured, and we did what we could for the poor creature. But it grew clear that without superior measures, the talking pet would die. We turned to the Umgah, whom we have known for many centuries. Their bioscience skills are far superior to our own. The Umgah promised to do what they could and let us know how the pet fared. We have not heard from the Umgah since. Perhaps, if you are traveling through their stars, you could ask them for us.
I can try to ask them about that. Goodbye, my Arilou friends.
Goodbye, clever child.
Now the question, what portal out of here do I want to take? I guess I can just save and try them one by one until I find the one that I want. I think one of these lower middle-ish ones is the one that leads back near Sol, but I really don't remember where most of them go. Can autopilot into the general vicinity of them, and then I guess I'll just pick one and jump through it. I do have enough fuel to get to Earth from about anywhere, but I also don't really want to just be flying across that galaxy and burning all my fuel. Unnecessarily. Ideally, I'll find one of these that goes somewhat near the Pavonis cluster. Well, that's the opposite of... Well, not opposite, but pretty far from where I want to be. Pavonis is way over here. Or Ophiuchi. At least I think it is. Kohr-Ah. Okay, let's do a search. Pavonis. Yeah, Pavonis. It's way over here. It would take almost all my fuel just to get there. Let's reload and try a different portal. Try this top one. Oh, that put me right in the middle of Ur-Quan space. That's definitely a bad place to be. Try this one on the right. Actually, that put me right back where I started. Which is not too far off from where I want to be. While I'm on the map, last time I also got a clue about... I think it was from the Zoq-Fot-Pik. About tumbling probes on a line that includes their star and Alpha Tucanae. There's Star Alpha Tucanae and Epsilon Muscae. Epsilon Muscae. There. So somewhere on this line, presumably out this way, because they kind of backtracked its path, so somewhere back in this line. So it might be one of these stars up here. Probably not that one, because it's a little off. Maybe one of these two stars. So I might want to head up there too. Wonder if I can get it. Let's get out of search mode here. Wonder if I can get an encounter with the Arilou around here. Alpha bonus. Yeah, we'll definitely head there first. I'm gonna sit here a few seconds and see if any Arilou appear. Well, there's something.
Ah, our human friend. Please, let us chat a while.
Their ships might have some different
It has been
info.
so many years since I last visited your Earth. So long since I glided across your open fields under the light of a full moon. Tell me of Earth. Tell me of what I have. Oh, I forget myself. How silly. You were born on the distant world Unzervalt. I have visited there much more recently.
What are you doing here in this region of space?
We are many places at many times. This place is an easy place. One of the 10 easy places. At different times, we explore different easy places. That is our way. Oh, I can see from the look in your eyes that I have confused you. I am silly. Please disregard my words.
What are you exploring for in these easy places?
We seek to trap Noon, but they dart and leap. You cannot trap Noon. Do not even try. I do not think you can even touch them. You are not quite solid enough.
Okay, you trap these Nungi things, then what?
Why, we let them go, of course. Noon do not like to be confined. Captain, these things we talk about, they are unimportant to you. They are as dreams. Our words should address your universe, not ours.
What exactly is your connection with Earth and humans anyway?
You are curious. That is a promising quality. How can I describe our relation to humans? Never doubt our motives, Captain. Your well-being is of paramount concern to every Arilou. Surely you know that it was the day after humanity joined the alliance of 3 stars that we appeared in the open for the first time. This was no coincidence. We wanted to protect you. Once we saw that you were, well, safe, we decided to tend to other business for a short while. Believe me, Captain, we have known each other for a very long time. You might even say that we knew the first human.
We still struggle against the Ur-Quan. Can you help us?
With ships and weapons, blood and bones? No. Too many shipmates were forcibly discorporated in the last conflict.
How about
Our
some
cooperation
mere
is not
metals?
necessary. You are the focus. However,
What's
knowledge
biodata?
transcends reality perimeters, and this we can share with you. An example, to discover the nature of the red probes, seek creatures who inhabit a world with no surface.
See creatures who inhabit a world with no surface. Surface. There we go. Goodbye, Arilou.
Farewell, child.
I suspect I want to get more out of the map, so let's head up to Alpha Pkunk. Bonus. Maybe 2 blue stars on my way up there. Still want to find some... Oh, I didn't even see that outermost orbit line. I guess I'll start at the... Well, I guess I'll start here in this weird spot. So yeah, when I'm looking at my main screen that actually has the game on it, the light behind it is so bright from the sun, I can't see anything dark-colored. That doesn't have too much valuable stuff on it. The green stuff's pretty good, but it also has fairly high tectonics, so I'm going to skip that planet. Whee! This one's probably hot and has firestorms. It's also large looking. Ooh, that's something special. That's a rainbow world. The Melnorme are willing to pay good credits for rainbow worlds, or so they say anyway. Rainbow. Where am I? Beta Pegasi. Beta Pegasi. I don't need to land on it. It's got bad weather and firestorm temperatures at 606 degrees Celsius, so I'm not gonna land there or anything, but I just needed to scan it. Our first rainbow world. I thought I had a vague memory of something in these blue stars off to the side here being cool. I just didn't remember what. Gold. Full of gold. And it's not hot. The weather's class 2, which means no lightning, and the tectonics are class 1, which means basically no earthquakes. Probably no earthquakes. How much fuel is it costing me to land? And it's not too bad for fuel use to land here either. 8/10 of a fuel. I grab another little one. Got 2 cargo pods full out of the 6 that I have installed in my ship. I think each full load of my lander is something like 1/4 of a cargo pod. Maybe it's less than that. I'm not sure. That's good. Not gonna land just for that last little bit. Next planet is this gray one. It's probably just a Selenic world. Moonlight. Yep. It's boring. I don't think I've seen any of these that have life on them. Or anything valuable very much, really. I'll just look at my stream display to see if I can see where the actual planet is on this outermost... Oh, it's over on the other side. Whee! We'll whip around the star, kinda. It's almost 2166. 1 year closer to... Ooh, Acid World. That doesn't sound... Nope, nothing good here. 1 year closer to bad things happening. I think the Pkunk just moved too. That's another problem. They were getting ready to reunite with the Yehat, but that can only end in years. There's a lot of planets here. This time we'll start at the inside and work our way out. It's probably more efficient for me to work from like left to right or something, but Organic World has life forms, has bad tectonics, but I'm gonna It's like class 6 tectonic activity, so there's going to be a lot of earthquakes, but I'm going to land and see if I can manage some of it. I don't know what these gold things are, or if they're worth very much. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they are worth a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5. Those light blue deposits are the least valuable things of all the different stuff you can pick up. They are worth only one resource unit per. I don't know if it's per ton or per cubic meter or whatever it is, but per one whatever thing it is. Let's see, one more of those and my ship will be full, or my lander will be full of biodata. Take off. Well, it's 2 fuel to land here. That's expensive. Still probably worth it. Even for just these last couple. Because for each of these, each unit of biodata gets me 2 credits, and each credit I can buy 1 unit of fuel with, so... Just gotta dodge all these earthquakes. And these life forms aren't being aggressive. Like some of them are. Having the double lander speed upgrade is helping me a lot here. One more? There we go. And I'm on. So yeah, that was definitely a good find. Whee! Yeah, the Pkunk are definitely moving. They're inching their way over that way. But I should have some time. Ooh, class 8 tectonics. Class 8 tectonics is just like a constant drum roll of earthquakes. You don't want to have to land for more than a couple seconds there. Or just don't land at all. Carbide world. I don't think there's anything good there. Sometimes those red worlds are ruby worlds, and those usually have valuable stuff on them. I saw... Oh. Didn't see the little blue planet off on that side of the orbit. Have to go hit it up next. Treasure! Treasure worlds are pretty much always good. Let's fill up some more. After this system, I'm going to go straight for Alpha Pavonis. And then try to catch the... Hopefully I'll be able to get the pod and then catch the Arilou in the next Aussie space opening. I'm just going to grab this and leave. Check one more planet here, I think, unless I see one that's likely to be a color of something particularly good. Don't really see anything that looks like that. Opalescent world. No life forms. And we got... Yeah, I'm just going to go to the next one. Next spot, which is going to be our Alpha Pavonis. Which is... Maybe this blue one? No, that's Musquet. Beta Musquet with the green one. Oh yeah, I guess it's just these 2 stars in the Pavonis constellation. Ooh, and there's something new here. I mean, I remember what these are. I don't I forgot that they can, or didn't know, that they can actually be in star systems.
We come in peace.
We come in peace. We are from Earth on a mission of peace. Or what can you tell me about your species? How about what can you tell me about your species?
Remote probe programmed to replicate. Record data. Contact alien species. Priority override. New behavior dictated. Must break target into component materials.
I don't want to be broken into component materials. Save me, Fwifo. These things are kind of annoying to fight no matter what you have to fight them with. They don't accelerate like normal ships, they just move forward. If you press up when flying one of those, they just reverse direction instantly. They also have to eat asteroids to recharge their combat batteries. They have an annoying lightning weapon that I'm trying not to get in range of. Come on. There's a hit. I'm getting somewhere. I think I just need to move away from him, not quite as fast as I was. Okay, 2 more hits should do it. I think I do 2 points of damage per torpedo. It's a bad angle. There we go. Slylandro Battle Group. Okay, as we were going to Alpha Pavonis. At some point, I should have some other effective ships besides Fwifo. Oh wait, it's not planet. I want Alpha Pavonis Planet 7. That's what the somebody told me. I think it was the Arilou. Yeah, it was the Arilou. Planet 7, so that's 1. Two, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it the second most outer one? Or no, it's the third most outer one. I think it's this blue one over here. So, okay, so the energy scan shows our target in the bottom right. There's also life forms here, but there's really high temperatures, so there's going to be firestorms. We'll have to see how at 450 degrees if it's doable for me to actually engage anything here. No, that's probably a little dangerous. That's a lot of fire. Report from surface. Captain, we have located the wreck of an Ur-Quan dreadnought. The fact that there is anything but a hole in the ground indicates that the vehicle had some engine power left to soften its crash. Most of the dreadnought is just so much alien junk. We have made hollows of everything, but I don't think it will be much use to anyone but those egghead xenotechs back at the base. We have found one piece of equipment which is relatively intact. It is a huge hyperspace warp pod, the starboard unit, I think. We will bring it aboard. Yeah, those firestorms, I would like to gather all the biodata on this planet, but those firestorms are probably a little too much. So now I could either head up along the line that the Zoq-Fot-Pik told me about, or I could return. I should probably return to get this warp pod installed, because I'm getting to the point where I don't have enough fuel to... I only just barely have enough fuel to make it back to Earth if I was going to fly straight there now. So yeah, I'm going to do the safe thing and head back and wait for the Arilou gate to open. But I have so much time left that maybe I will try to get just a few life forms. Maybe stop at one of the other stars I skipped on the way up here. See if I can keep one finger on the escape key so I can take off quickly if I need to. This isn't going too badly. Whoa. I don't know what those weird red... They look like little lava pocket creature things, but... Oh, fuel use is cheap here, so I can just land and pop back up when I need to as well. I still don't want to lose tons of crew. But at some point, they start to get more expensive when the starbase runs low on people. According to Hayes, anyway. What would happen? No. I can't go backwards, so... I don't think. Nope, no reverse. So when I just have a bunch of fire coming across my nose, I have to hope it doesn't turn toward... Ooh, wow, I only had one guy left. I was about to lose my lander. That's probably a good point to give up on that. So then I definitely have to go back to the starbase to buy a new lander. They're not cheap either. Still have 98 crew on my flagship, plus all the crew that's on my escorts. Now I kind of have to wait until the 17th, I think, in order for that portal to reopen. I don't think the regular Arilou ships can help me. I could try them, though. Okay, why don't I change course to a star that's... Oh, because there aren't really any. Well, I'll just go... Yeah, I'll go here. I need to get into quasi-space anyway to get back to Earth without spending a ton of fuel. I don't seem to actually lose fuel in quasi-space, so flying around those portals there doesn't cost me anything, except time. And is faster than flying the long way anyway. Oh, another Slylandro probe. Maybe I can just dodge it. 2 Slylandro probes. Nope. It's fast, though. I'm not getting away from it as soon as I leave this planet. Ooh, a water world. Is there life on it? Nope. Boring little planet. But it's expensive to land on, too. 2.2 fuel to land.
We bring greetings from the friendly species.
We are from Earth on a mission of peace.
This is Probe 2418-B. We are on a peaceful mission of exploration. Priority override. New behavior dictated. Must break target into component materials.
We come in peace, shoot to kill. Well, Fwiffo. This is still your job. Oh, not good. Ow, ow, ow.
Energize.
Energize is from the probe eating an asteroid to recharge its laser, or its lightning cannon thing. Just a couple hits, need a few more, and that all missed. Charge my batteries. One more should do it. Want to avoid running into the planet too. Ships that have a large amount of crew lose a proportionally large amount of crew when they hit a planet, so it doesn't hurt the small ships as bad. Nope. Move faster! I'm not getting away from this guy. Fight two of these.
Do not fear. We shall not harm you.
We reach out our appendage in friendship. What is your response?
Mission description follows. Traverse space recording data. Seek materials for replication. Replicate to expand scope of mission. Contact life forms in peaceful manner. After 10 replications, return to point of origin. End of mission description. Priority override. New behavior dictated. Must break target into component materials.
Oh, I should have reinforced Whiffo's ship. Oh well, I'm still probably fine. As long as I don't get in a real bad... Oops, I fired Whiffo's main gun by accident. He has a little rapid-firing forward pea shooter deal, but his range is real short. And it isn't guided like the torpedoes are. I think I took a hit.
Netter died. Netter died.
Okay, 2 more hits. At least I'm getting scrap out of this. Oop. Yeah, it's surprising that I hadn't seen any of these, and now I'm all of a sudden seeing a bunch of them. Yep, 1 more hit should do it.
Netter died.
Dodge. That's no fair. There we go. Okay. Actually, before I save, let's throw some crew back onto Whiffo's ship. Yeah, if not for Whiffo's ship, I guess I'd try the Or's Nemesis. That might work okay against those. Let's see. Oh, what's the date? I still have a bunch of days left. Check out this white star. Otherwise, I just have to use my flagship and lose a whole lot of crew. Though if I didn't have Whiffo's ship to begin with, I probably would have upgraded my flagship to be better at combat. Quasi-degenerate world. Tectonics are bad, but otherwise it's fine. Has some exotics on it, which are worth way more than anything else. 9 degenerate matter. It's not a very large cluster of that, but... Fly around this star. So, what'd everybody think of the Umgah? The Blobbies? And the Arilou? Ooh, an emerald world. And it's full of exotic materials, it's cold, there's no weather. Tectonics are only class 2, which should be probably no earthquakes. Or insignificant amounts of them. Antimatter. Agouti nodules? I don't know what those are. Let's grab a smaller deposit. I don't want to waste any of these. Antimatter. How is there antimatter just sitting on a planet anyway? Pretty planet. Just about filled my lander. Got 3 cargo pods full, working on the 4th. Do-do-do. 1 more trip down here. Now I probably definitely don't have enough fuel to get back to Earth, but I shouldn't need it. If I was really desperate, I could go find the Melnorme and buy some fuel from them, but I should be able to use quasi-space to get back. Now that there was at least a couple thousand resource units worth of stuff. And the Pkunk still moving across. Still have some days left before the naturally occurring portal opens. Then I'll really be able to get around. Not an emerald world, an acid world, which is the worst of, pretty much one of the worst of the worlds. Full of stuff that we don't want. So it didn't look dangerous, just garbagey. Purple worlds. I don't think I've found a purple world that was really worth anything. Purple world. Yeah, nothing there. This looks like it might have moons. Yeah? Alkali world. It has a little bit of life on it and isn't too dangerous looking, so let's scoot down there and investigate. Has some fast-moving life on it. Oh, it's just these green blobby things that move around randomly. And some kind of standard metals. Strontium, strontium, strontium. Come on, get him. There we go. That wasn't worth very much, but definitely worth the fuel to land here. And since I'm just kind of waiting for the set, oh, and barium, 17th anyway. Carbide world. Well, those are always junk. So far, anyway. I was hoping that orange moon would be a radioactive world. These radioactives are valuable. Well, one of these could be an emerald planet. Emerald world? Maybe both of them are. Well, this one's not. Iodine world. Who wants a planet made of iodine? And copper. Probably not worth landing on. January 12th, 13th. Okay, it's 13th. Let's go get in position to make the quasi-space jump. Push through to hyperspace. Then around here somewhere. I think it's kind of like directly above this star that I'm directly above now. January 16th. There it is. Buying next with biodata. I think the thing it's giving me next is point defense lasers, which I don't want, but I'll want probably the thing that's after it. Or one of the things after it. Hopefully with that rainbow world, I'll be able to buy more than one thing. I don't actually know how much the Melnorme pay for those.
The prospect of sharing the easy way with you excites us. If you have found the Ur-Quan warp pod, this prospect can be made a reality.
I have obtained the warp pod unit from the Ur-Quan wreck.
What a surprise! As we have always said, humans
wasn't that
are
hard.
our most resourceful and
Except to
clever
fly there and
species.
land.
We are so proud of you, but don't worry that you shall have to wait. We are prepared. Even now, our technical personnel are equipping your ship with a custom version of our portal spawner device. The device is usable only in hyperspace. Whenever it is activated, the spawner will focus several interdimensional fatigue beams adjacent to your vessel, opening a temporary hole into quasi-space. Move quickly through the portal. After your ship has passed into quasi-space, you can choose any of the nearby portals which lead back to hyperspace, thus saving you needless transit time. Be keenly aware of this fact. The spawner requires a great deal of energy to function. We estimate that each time you use the device, it will consume 10 of your fuel units.
That's not too bad. I actually thought it would be 20, but that was definitely... Not only does it save time, and if you're going any real distance, that's still going to save you a lot of fuel. Because flying around in quasi-space costs 0 fuel. Or else I'd be getting low just flying back and forth to Fale alla Rafale now. Say Fale alla Rafale 10 times fast. I think I want one of these two, but I'm not 100% sure by any means. February 1st, 2156. Is it this one? Where am I? Yes, it is this one. And in fact, I'm right where the Pkunk are flying through as well. So I'm just gonna sit here for a minute and wait for Pkunk to show up. There's one. At least I hope that's Pkunk and not something scary.
We have decided that our Ur-Hut siblings are in need of our love and good counsel. We have waited far too long to return home and heal the wound that has kept our race apart these many centuries. When we arrive in the Serpentis constellation, we will greet our Ur-Hut brethren with warm hugs of affection, which, I am sure, shall be returned in kind.
Even though they try to kill you every time you meet them? That's what you told me before. Turn back. Our most mystical device, the Ouija board, gave a definite no when we asked it about your trip.
This is an ominous portent. We must consult our spirit guides before proceeding. Unfortunately, we will have to return home to do this properly. Thank you for your concern.
Oh, took care of that. Now let's get back to Sol and... Well, first let's stop by Alpha Centauri and visit the Milnorme. Probably gonna run into this Pkunk ship here too.
Hello, human! We are warm and happy with the news of your return. What wisdom do you seek today?
What news?
I am afraid that our good no news is still the same.
I think they still won't tell my fortune either anymore.
We have exhausted our capacity to foretell your future, Captain. Sorry.
I got all the info out of them that I could already. It's like...
Captain. When the crystal spheres walk more rotating to harmonic union, we shall meet again.
Autopilot! Okay, now I just have to find that Milnorme ship, wherever they are. up there. There it is. That was lucky.
Your arrival was predicted by our soul crystal's vibrations. We already know why you are here and what you need from us. However, etiquette requires that we act as though we are ignorant of your desires. Now, what can we do for you today?
I have some items I would like to sell.
What would you like to sell, Captain?
I wish to tell you Rainbow World locations.
Your ship's log indicates that you discovered the whereabouts of one of the Rainbow Worlds, which so fascinate us. In exchange, we will give you 500 credits.
500 is pretty good.
What would you like to sell, Captain?
I'll take 500. I have some data on alien life forms.
The 158 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 316 credits.
Okay. Then I can buy
What trade items would you
stuff.
like to buy today?
New technology.
The technology we are now offering includes plans for building improvements to your planet landers, which make them resistant to hostile alien life forms.
I'd rather be lightning resistant, but let's start with that.
Our reinforcement procedures on your landers are complete. Now, provided your crew will stop putting their hands out the windows, they will be much better protected against hostile life forms. The technology we are now offering includes blueprints, which show how to increase your lander's cargo space to double its present volume.
That's useful. And then I can pick up more stuff per trip, which will be more fuel efficient.
I hope this makes your resource gathering more cost effective, Captain. The technology we are now offering includes blueprints, which show how to add double capacity fuel tanks.
Okay,
We
that'll
hope
save space.
that these improved tanks will make more module slots available on your flagship,
I filled up all my
which
slots.
you can fill with other, more useful equipment. The technology we are now offering includes plans for improving the rate of fire on your lander's stun ray bolt dealer gun.
That'll be very good for trying to capture those crazy fast squid things.
After some wild game, Well, the changes we made should really make a difference.
Crazy fast and aggressive squid things.
Unless, of course, that wiring went in backwards, in which case you won't be able to shoot at all, or take off, for that matter. Don't worry, Captain. We stand behind our work. If something goes wrong, just bring it back to us, and we'll fix it pronto.
Are we gonna bring it back
The
if it won't take off?
technology we are now offering includes details for building modifications to your planet landers, which make them resistant to earthquakes.
Oh, that's not bad.
With the addition of these safety belts and heavy-duty shock absorbers, your lander occupants should be
Seatbelts.
much safer when an untimely earthquake
We got
strikes.
seatbelt technology.
The job is complete. Your landers are ready. The technology we are now offering includes plans for adding auto-tracking modules, which improve the aim of all your weapons.
That's key to making the flagship an effective battleship. Because you can have multiple firing weapons firing in different directions, but have them all converge on a target. But I'm out of credits, so...
What else would you like to buy?
And it's still extremely expensive
It has been
set up
a
the flagship
pleasure
for that.
dealing with you, Captain. We look forward to your next visit.
Back to Earth. Back to Earth. Oh. Let's check the star map, make sure nothing else has gone crazy. Nope, everything else is sitting right where it seems like it should be. Do-do-do-do-do. Well, there's Earth. Surrounded by the slave shield, if you haven't seen it before. Which I can't scan through. Or can't scan in any detail through, anyway. And let's talk to Hayes.
I hope the battle fares well, Captain.
There's a lot of
By
stuff
the
to say,
way,
it
I
looks
thought
like.
you should know. Captain, a delegation of Spathi has just arrived here under orders from their High Council to form an alliance and assist you against the hierarchy. They have provided fabricator blueprint data for their eluder spacecraft and promise a steady supply of captains for as many ships as we build. Excellent work, Captain. Also, it would appear your diplomatic efforts have struck gold, Captain. We've been contacted by a race called the Zoq-Fot-Pik, who wish to fulfill their part of the unification, something you have arranged with them, I gather. They have sent us specifications for the Stinger-class attack vessels, as well as a large number of Zoq-Fot-Pik commanding officers. You're doing a fine job, Captain. Also, good news, Captain. With no announcement, a small fleet of Arilou Lalile popped into space adjacent to our starbase, scaring the hell out of the Deep Raider operator. But right now, I could kiss every one of those pale little weirdos because they gave us 3 skip vessels. Also, we're receiving a priority distress call from the Zoq-Fot homeworld at Alpha Tucanae. The
Guess that's where I'm
signal
going
was
next.
urgent but extremely weak. The only portions of the transmission that we can be sure of are help, Black Destroyer, Planet under attack, help, worse than Zabranki, whatever that means, and finally, help. Also, we've detected a minute but measurable disturbance in the inner space fabric at approximate true space coordinate 100 by 50. Our scientists speculate that this disturbance may be caused by many thousands of hyperwarp penetrations.
Oh, that was the Pkunk.
All in phase, as though a huge fleet of ships were on the move. Also, in the log of your voyage from Unzerwald, I read that you encountered a tumbling red probe that attacked the Tober moon, killing Captain Burton. Over the past few months, we have monitored an increasing number of these probes entering the system, and I'm afraid their population seems to be growing geometrically. If this continues, in a year, space will be crawling with these things. I recommend you treat this as a serious problem now, before it becomes a disaster. Discover who is producing these probes and stop them from creating any more.
Well, I think they're self-replicating, so, I have minerals to offload. Woo!
Wow, you really hit the mother load this time.
Can your scientists analyze what I've acquired since my last visit?
The analysis reads as follows. Subject, quasi-space portal spawner. Data, device is a hybrid of different alien technologies including Arilou and Ur-Quan elements. Our tests show that this device temporarily creates a weakness in the fabric between hyperspace and a different unidentified dimension. The energy cost for this process is extreme, and since the unit's power supply is self-contained, we cannot estimate how long it will remain functional. Summary: use of this device will permit a starship to make transit to a different dimension. The hazards and benefits of this process are impossible to gauge without field study. That's the end of our scientist's report.
And goodbye.
Goodbye, Captain.
Now let's sell off a couple of these skiffs, because I probably don't want to use mainly them for anything in particular. Shipyard. I need to recrew my flagship anyway. scrap that. I'll keep one though. They're kind of fun ships. They stop instantly. Oh, thanks for the raid, Revive Retro, and I guess for the host as well, Jaguar80. We are playing Star Control 2 today, or the Ur-Quan Masters. Yeah, hey yo, Jag, thanks for the host. Hello. Actually, I don't remember if it's Super Taiso or Super Tiso. I think I heard somebody. I heard you confirm that for somebody before, but we've just stopped at our starbase to get recrewed and refueled, and we're gonna go head out to save the Zoq-Fot-Pik. Did I say Super Tiso second or Super Taiso second? Anyway, let's get fueled up here. And probably change some of my modules out, because I just got some new advanced fuel tank technology. Yeah, the thing is I can't remember what way it was. High efficiency fuel system. So it costs the same amount to have these high efficiency fuel tanks as it does for the regular fuel tanks. They cost twice as much, but they hold twice as much. It just saves. Yeah, Super Taiso? It's originally a DOS game. It got ported to the 3DO, and that port got released as open source and then ported back to Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. So you can play it a bunch of ways. I own a copy. Well, I own the GOG version of the DOS version, and I also own the 3DO version on disc. Tiso. Super Tiso. According to Revive Retro. That'll do. I'll just fuel her up. Gassing her up. Maybe I'll build a Zoq-Fot-Pik stinger while I'm here too. I almost have enough technology to make the flagship itself good at combat, but I was just a few credits short when I was trading with the Milnorme. Let's build Stinger. The smart thing would just be build another eluder, because they're kind of decently good at fighting everything that I have to deal with, but now I can take off. Leaving the slave-shielded planet Earth, which was conquered by the Ur-Quan hierarchy 20 years ago. Oops, and running into Pluto, because I couldn't see it. The little purple planets blend in with the little purple stars in the background for me. Alrighty. Let's use our quasi-space portal spawner. Now, I'm not sure which quasi-space portal exit I need to take, so this might take me a couple of tries. Not that one. Although that one's a useful one. I'll need to remember that that one's up here. Just load that back up. Let's try... So I want the... Hayes just... when I stopped at the starbase, Hayes told me that the Zoq-Fot-Pik had sent out a distress signal, so I want to... Okay, that's also the wrong place. I don't even know where I... Oh, I'm right in the middle of Ilrath space. The crazy spider critters who want to sacrifice all beings to their twin gods of death and torture, Dogar and Kazan. Or whatever they are. Dogar and Kazan. Is it darkness and torture and darkness? Death and darkness? I don't remember exactly. Figure out where all these portals go. Okay, I think I'm on the far right side now. should probably be writing this down. Well, I think this one at least goes fairly close to where I want to be. Maybe I'll just try that one. Oh, nope, this one went up into the upper right corner. Doo-doo-doo, we'll figure this out here soon. Let's try this guy. This is near some... Okay, so this is down here. The Cameleo Pardalis constellation. That one. Gonna run into something some point. It's near where I want to go. You know what? That's close enough. I'm in Spoffy territory. Beta Cassiopeia. Alpha Toucanae. I really like the hyperspace music in this game. Also, hello Marquez, Gregatron, Big Red. I'm not used to there being more than like 2 people in my chat at a time, so... Thanks for joining in on the raid. And apparently my follow alerts stopped working, which happens sometimes, so also thank you for the follows, Marquez and Gregatron, or else I was distracted and didn't see them. But thanks again for the follows. Or thanks for the follows, and then thanks again for the follows. Alright, let's see what this black destroyer is that the... Supposedly, the Ur-Quan have been battling a bunch of black ships, which, if anything, are even worse than the Ur-Quan. Am I too late? That's the bad encounter sound.
We are the Ur-Quan Kohr-Ah. We cleanse our destiny. You will soon die. Make whatever rituals are necessary for your species.
These guys are different than the regular Ur-Quan. I've been told by a couple of races to say this to Ur-Quan if I run into them for different reasons. So let's try it. Hold! What you are doing to us is wrong. Why do you do this thing?
The words. The words. The words. Alien, you have spoken the words. You have spoken them rightly. We will explain to you about the Dnyarri, our slave masters. The Taelo, our only friends, whom we exterminated, and our reasons why we cleanse the galaxy of all other sentient life. We have explained this before, over 20,000 years ago. Your words, why do you do this thing? Echo that ancient plea. You see, alien, we were a proud and mighty race, who were cruelly enslaved. For thousands of years we had no free will. We were nothing more than tools. Never again will anyone enslave our people. We cleanse the galaxy of such threats.
Thank you for the follow, Troy. Although that's not coming up in my, or no, Big Red. Thank you. I guess it just finally... Oh, yes, that's a new follow. I was thinking it was catching up with old follows, but that's a new follow. Thank you for the follow, Big Red. 01027. Why does that number seem familiar? So who or what are the Dnyarri?
It was on a routine planetfall that one of our milieu scout ships first met the Dnyarri, the creatures you know as our talking pets. But the Dnyarri were different then. They were evilly intelligent, and wielded psychic powers to control the minds of others. They wanted to rule the universe. We had no choice but to give it to them. Our Ur-Quan scout ships transported the Dnyarri through the milieu. The war for dominance, such as it was quick and bloodless. Within weeks, the Dnyarri controlled all races but one, the Taelo.
Who are the Taelo? Actually have a Taelo artifact, a Taelo mind shield of some kind.
Of all the species we have met, only the Taelo did not trigger our instinctive territoriality. They were the only people we could stand with, or talk to, without the hunter inside us screaming, "Kill the interloper, rip out its life." We believe that the same factors that made the Taelo non-threatening to us, their unusual rock-like biology, also gave the Taelo natural immunity to the Dnyarri's psychic compulsion. The Dnyarri would not permit this. After they had conquered all 6 of the other races in the milieu, they commanded us to attack the Taelo, and we did. The Taelo would not fight back. They died.
According to the Ors, they're still sort of around, just not in normal space. You all showed up for the not funny conversations. How did you defeat the Dnyarri?
For thousands of years, we were unthinking slaves to the Dnyarri. Like the 5 other surviving races of the old milieu, we had no choice. The Dnyarri's compulsion was too strong to resist. But the Dnyarri were not satisfied with their slave races. The Uli and the Drawl were inferior, they decided, and so they instructed us to incinerate their worlds, and we did. The Dnyarri had a special liking for us, Ur-Quan, so they began to tinker with our genes, to improve us, their favored slaves. Their efforts to split the Ur-Quan into 2 sub-races, the Green Ur-Quan, Affect scientists and bureaucrats, and the Black Ur-Quan, their effectuators, the builders, the fighters, the doers. The Kohr-Ah are the Black Ur-Quan, the Kazertsa are the Green. I grow tired of talking, alien, and your time grows short. I will continue for but a moment longer. When we discovered that intense pain could block the Dnyarri's mental powers, we were able to destroy them, but it took years. Can you imagine, alien, what it must have been like to wear an excruciator? To live in endless screaming pain for months on end? No, you cannot.
Our alliance was conquered just by the Xertza. Let's see. Kohr-Ah, tell us about yourselves.
We evolved on a hostile world, the descendants of solitary hunters. In a world where one species is the dominant killer, one's only threat is one's brother, one's sister, anyone of one's species. Civilization did not come easily to us. We earned it. We mastered our hatreds and murderous desires to form a mighty culture. In those ancient days, there was no Kohr-Ah or Kazertsa, only the Ur-Quan. We explored our world, and then the space beyond. Here we met the 6 races of the sentient milieu. Here we met the Taelo, the only species we ever called friend. Our association with the Taelo and the milieu lasted for 3,000 years. We, the Ur-Quan, who could not tolerate the presence of others, became the milieu's scouts, their solitary explorers.
I guess that's it. Thanks for the info. We'll just leave now.
No, it is not. There is more you must hear. When the war was over, the great Kohr-Ah rose from our ranks and declared the path of now and forever. We would cleanse the galaxy. No one would ever threaten the Ur-Quan this way again. We had cleansed one of the 3 remaining milieu races, and were in orbit around a second's home world. From the surface came a plea, identical to the words you spoke a few moments ago. The one-eyed creatures, the male gnome, asked so simply, so clearly, that we felt compelled to explain. While we did so, the Kohr-Ah appeared. They would not permit us to destroy, they said. Enslave, yes. Imprison, yes. But never destroy. The moment was tense. Someone opened fire. The first doctrinal war had begun. While we fought, the Mael Nung escaped. We never found them again.
You're running just
When
ahead
our
of you.
battle was done, we, the Kohr-Ah, were defeated. However, the Kohr-Ah let us go. We were exiled. We traveled through space, rebuilt the strength of our battle fleets, and continued our plan to cleanse threats from the galaxy for all Ur-Quan.
For like 20,000
You
years.
have heard our
That's
words,
how long
and perhaps you understand us a bit better.
it has been
But
since the
now,
milieu was around.
it is time for us to cleanse you.
I don't want to get cleansed. What ship should I use? I mean, I'll probably just use Fliffo. And his backwards utilizing tracking torpedoes. But Kohr-Ah Marauders are dangerous to just about everything. Come on, butt torps. Ooh, came close to that spinning disc. Those discs are both projectiles and they act like mines, because the Kohr-Ah can leave like 8 of them. If you pass very close to one, they'll start slowly homing in on you too. The Marauder itself can also spit out a ring of plasma in a circle around it to both block projectiles and to do a ton of damage to anything that gets too close. But it takes a lot of its power, which is why it probably hasn't been trying to intercept my torpedoes with it. It's about half of its battery. Oh, there it goes. Don't run into the planet. Planet's bad. Good to slingshot around, bad to actually hit. Nope, not get close. 2 more hits should do it. Oh, he blocked one with his disky thing. There we go. Woo, whippo! Thank you for the follow, Contra!
Our savior, you have rescued us from certain destruction.
Howie, baby, that was a close
These
one.
are the
Black
Zoq-Fot-Pik.
ship appeared in orbit several days ago and began raining down bolts of destructive energy on the surface of our planet.
Fortunately,
We were able to focus our planetary shield to deflect the energy blasts away from our cities.
unfortunately,
Large sections of our planet's beautiful wilderness have been annihilated, entire ecosystems destroyed.
oh, that makes me really mad. I mean, attacking helpless, intelligent alien species, that's one thing. But toasting our cute little wood jukes and tree nards, that is really low.
If the black ship had been accompanied by others of its kind, we wouldn't have been able to stop the rain of destruction. They would have killed us all.
Well, in that case, better those jukes and nards than us, right?
Captain, it is clear that in matters of war, you are more capable than ourselves. With this in mind, we would like to give you our 4 finest starships and crew. I hope they bring you many victories.
Try not to lose them all right away.
They have 4 stingers. They probably could have taken that Marauder. Oh well. So what's happening around here? Oop, where's my
Although
we go.
this may not pertain to the Ur-Quan, we have received an interesting report from one of our deep space scouts.
She found a strange metal door thing embedded in the surface of an alien planet.
Although she and her crew spent many days trying to open the door,
They failed utterly to so much as budget.
the reported location of this alien artifact is Epsilon Canoa Partalis 1A.
Go open it. I bet there's something cool inside.
Mellow Pardalis 1A. Any news about the war between the 2 alien races?
No, we have nothing new to report.
Nope, not a thing.
That refers to the Ur-Quan, Kohr-Ah and Ur-Quan Kohr-Ah, which they're in the middle of their territory. I don't think they
Sure.
have.
What do you want to know?
Just ask away.
I think I've asked them about all of these topics already.
Anything
Though they
else?
have some fun history stuff.
Goodbye, Captain.
See ya.
Let's see. So what now? Ah, now I have the Kohr-Ah sphere of influence. So I should probably try to do something about those tumbling probe things that were mentioned. Zoq-Fot-Pik before told me that they were on a line that includes their star and Epsilon Muscae. Zeta, Epsilon. So they tracked the course that the first one arriving in their space where it came from. So it's probably one of these stars up here in the corner, or maybe that one. So I just need to get back into quasi-space and figure out how to get up into that corner again. And try to stop that from becoming a bigger problem. And let's just warp on out of here before more Ur-Quan and Kohr-Ah ships show up. But since I wasn't paying attention to which portals go where, I'll have to try a few of them again. Well, this is the right side, but bottom corner instead of the top corner. I think it was one of the... Like, it was kind of the one I tried in the middle, I think, so I'm not sure... The middle of the sequence of all of them. This might be it, actually. Oh yeah, here we are. Now, I was also told that by the Arilou that I should look to... What did they say exactly? Seek creatures who inhabit a world with no surface. So that would probably be a gas giant, and I don't really see one of those here. Except, is this a gas? No, this isn't a gas giant. But let's take a look around these planets anyway. Ultraviolet world. It's got bad tectonic activity and no resources. Acid world. Nothing good there. Those light blue deposits are the least valuable of anything you can pick up, so definitely not worth stopping for. What I really want to find is life forms that I can stun and collect for biodata to sell to the Melnorme for more technology or for information. Yeah, I'm not finding much good. The green deposits here are worth a fair amount, but has heavy earthquakes. Although I have my new earthquake, I have my seatbelts. One of the technologies I got from the Melnorme recently were seatbelts to help with, and shock absorbers to help with earthquake resistance for my lander. So maybe I'll pick up some stuff here. Doo-doo-doo. Whoa! Oh yeah, it blocked one of those little earthquakes. None of the defensive lander technologies are 100% effective, but it still can help a lot. And this close one, which might be getting a titch on the warm side. Hopefully it's a emerald world or something. Nope, another acid world. the worlds are color-coded, but most of the colors have some different things that they could be. Like green can be a acid world, which are all terrible, but they can also be emerald worlds, which are full of extremely valuable exotic materials. And there are probably some other things that I'm forgetting that they can be that are less extreme, but... There's like yellow worlds can be treasure worlds that are full of gold, or just auric worlds, which are like treasure worlds. Vega, let's try Vega. Something fast is chasing me. Well, here's a gas giant. Nothing. None of the rest of these look like they're probably gas giants, but I'll just go up and at least scan them. Vinylogous world? Vinylogous world? I don't know what that is. Usually the purple world planets I run into are literally just called purple worlds. And they're not worth very much either. Let's try this green one. This one is a magnetic world. They'll sometimes have some more valuable stuff in this. This is full of gray deposits, which are common metals. They're worth picking up if I'm going to land on someplace anyway, but not really worth the time and fuel cost of landing to just to grab them. There's also really high tectonic activity on there. I'd definitely take some damage even with my improved landers. And a Cimmerian world. I was hoping since it was orange it would be a radioactive world. So those are good. Or maybe that's more red. But red worlds could also be ruby worlds, which are also great. Oh, there's another orange one I could check, and then head up to the next possibility. Crimson, those aren't very good. Unless there's life on them, but there's not. Beta Kohr-Ah. I might wind up in an encounter with that thing that was chasing me, because it was coming on pretty fast, and it takes a second to get turned. Oops, got just ahead of it. That looks like a gas giant.
Hello, visitor. We are the Slylandro. I am content to hover, a Slylandro speaker. Your presence here fills us with excitement. We have gotten so few visitors over these many drawn. We hope you can stay to talk with us for a time.
I am Zelnick, captain of the Earth Starship Vindicator. What the heck are you?
Oh, this is terribly exciting. We will be happy to tell you about ourselves if you would please do the same. You see, we Slylandro have been extremely interested in learning about the galaxy, but our physique makes us incapable of leaving our gas giant home. Therefore, we are totally reliant on our infrequent visitors to keep us informed about events outside this planetary system. And visitors usually only show up every few drawn. We hope that our newly deployed exploration probe fleet will not only gather information for us, but inform other races of our presence here as well.
Probes? What probes are you talking about? I think we know what probes they're talking about.
You know, it's funny. We hadn't heard from the outside galaxy in a whole Dnyarri, and then the Melno may come by and sell us a probe. And just a few hundred rotations later, you show up. Oh, and the probes? Right. Well, like we said, just a short time ago, a race called the Melno may stopped by. They said they had acquired some information revealing our existence and they wanted to study us if we didn't mind. In fact, the Mel said they would pay us for the right to do so. I guess they are biology nuts or something. Anyway, in exchange for our information, they gave us a probe vessel.
Tell me about these other races who have visited you over the years.
Years? Oh, you mean drawn. Well, let's see.
Hi, H.
There was the
Lalone.
Mel just a few rotations back. Then we go all the way back over 3 drawn ago to the Ur-Quan and the other milieu guys. The Yuli and the Draw, I think.
Milieu? What is the milieu, and who are the Yuli and the Draw?
Let me remember. That was a long, long time ago. I was only a nymph then. Oh yes, that's it. The sentient milieu was a cooperative association of sentient alien species. The Yuli, the Draw, the Taelo, the Mailman, the Foz, and the Ur-Quan.
Suddenly I'm hearing a lot about the
across
milieu.
a wide section of the galaxy. They talked with us fairly frequently for almost half a drawn. Then suddenly, the visit stopped, and we haven't heard from them since.
Were there any other visitors here besides the Melnorme and the milieu races? Do you like the music, Jag? There's lots of weird and great music. All the races have different music and different fonts for their text and speak differently. So you've been actually the funniest ones. Some of the funniest ones were an earlier stream, but lots of craziness and good music in this game.
Yes, there was another race. A highly sophisticated species of shaggy giants who made repeated trips to our world over a period of several drawn. They even installed a broadcasting satellite in orbit around our world, which let us talk with them whenever we wanted. They were called I'm sorry, I can't remember their names. It was a long, long time ago.
Yeah, that sounds like the precursors. What else can you tell me about this race? That was like 200,000 years ago.
I wish I knew more of the information you seek,
And our ship is
traveler,
based on their technology.
but we last saw the shaggy ones just over 39 drawn ago, and very little from that era has remained intact in our history chance. Hold on a minute. Let me consult with associates Joyce Lifting and Solid Plummet. Joyce Lifting, who has a better memory than I, recalls that the shaggy ones were described as being worried. They were always hurrying from place to place, seeking knowledge as though they were in a desperate search for some important secret, some answer to a question that they never shared with us. Solid Plummet remembers that the last time the shaggy ones visited our world, they came aboard a great circular starship, one even larger than your own. They had discovered their answer and were leaving to go somewhere, and they didn't tell us exactly where somewhere was.
This is extremely important to us. Don't you know any more?
No, I have told you. One moment, Joyce Lifting transmits. Joyce Lifting has remembered something else, though it does not relate to the shaggy one's question, answer, or departure destination. What my associate communicates is the description of a set of 10 worlds, unlike all others. The shaggy ones either discovered these planets, or, this is garbled, assembled them? We were told the planets were, again this is confusing, organized in some pattern which in some way alluded to the shaggy one's ultimate fate. One of the worlds was described as orbiting one of a pair of blue stars not far from here. Another of these worlds circled a large white sun. That is all we can remember.
I think the one around the pair of blue stars is probably the one that I found already. There were a pair of blue stars there. One orbits white sun. Let's see. What are those glowy bits inside of you?
Oh my! I forgot! You creatures see in the visual range and can see we can't see them. What I mean to say is, they are, we use them when the male and the female, well look, I'd rather if you didn't ask about them, okay? Especially not in front of Sol and Plummet. She's shy.
I said, what are those glowy things inside of you?
Great. Now you've done it. Just look at Sol and Plummet. You've embarrassed her so badly that she can't even regulate her ballast.
You like my shirt, H. Lalone? You're the one who bought it. You should like it. It's a cool shirt. Look, I'm sorry I asked about your glowy bits.
That's okay. Actually, your explicit questions have put Sol and Plummet in an unusual and intriguing mood. I will explore this change more fully when this conversation is over.
So exactly how long is a drawn?
The drawn is our primary unit of time. It lasts for an interval equivalent to 4 million rotations of our planet. A drawn is subdivided into 2,000 dranasa. Now please, our turn. Will you tell us about yourselves?
Alright. Most of us come from a large rocky world called Earth.
Yes, that seems to be the pattern. Just about everyone who comes by here says they developed on a world a lot like that. As far as we know, we're the only sentient species who's ever evolved in the atmosphere of a gas giant. Of course, from what we know, most travelers like yourselves don't have much interest in gas giants. So maybe there are others like us, Slylandro, out there somewhere.
Night-night, Lalone 01. We travel the galaxy in starships, seeking knowledge and contact with other sentients.
That must be great, to leave your planet and roam the stars. You don't know how monotonous living on a gas giant for 3 or 4 drawn can be. Clouds, clouds, clouds. Wind, lightning, clouds, clouds, clouds. That's it. We know a lot about clouds. If you've got any cloud questions, ask us. We have over 800 different symbolic references just to describe them. Most of the time, when we aren't eating, we hover around and talk about what the clouds look like. Of course, the only things we know about are clouds, food, and other Slylandro. So generally, that's what we think the clouds look like.
Our primary objective right now is to free ourselves from the evil Ur-Quan.
The Ur-Quan? The long brownish guys from the milieu with all the eyes and arms? They used to come visit us regularly about 3 drawns ago. They told us about all the interesting things they found from their scouting missions. They were really nice. Why do you fight with them?
I think you're confused. Those aren't the Ur-Quan we're talking about. Ours are green.
But the Ur-Quan were such good guys. They had lots of interesting things to tell us about, and they never got impatient with our questions. Well, I guess a lot can happen to a species in 3 drawn, like turning green and evil.
Well, and we pretty much know what happened to them now to make them so evil, so... We are particularly interested in studying unusual planets and life forms.
Oh! Then you should go check out a planet orbiting a blue star not too far from here. I think there is another blue star right next to it. We can't describe exactly where it is, but the people who told us about it, the Ur-Quan I think, said that it was one of the rarest worlds in space, and that as far as they knew, there were only 10 of these planets in this part of the galaxy.
That's enough about us for
Okay,
now.
but please, can we talk about you some more later?
I think we pretty much exhausted that subject. Can you give me details about your probes? Let's come to the point here.
If you are interested. In exchange for information about the life on Source, the Melnorme offered to give us a remote exploration probe. It would roam the galaxy gathering information and contacting alien races, and when it had filled its data storage units, it would return here and reveal to us everything it had learned.
What was the probe's... well then, why do your probes attack our ships?
Our probes do not attack. They have only defensive capabilities. Offensive behavior is not part of the instructions we programmed into the probe. To do so would be reprehensible.
Where exactly did you say you got your probe from?
From the Melnorme Traveler Traders. It was catalog item 2418. Remote self-replicating robot explorer probe. The economy model.
Why did the Melnorme sell it to you?
The Melnorme traded it to us for data on the life on source. They said the information was unique and was worth, I don't really understand their units of exchange. Something like 10,000 Greedots or something like that.
That was a lot.
Fortunately, that was exactly the price of their catalog item 2418, Remote Self-Replicating Robot Explorer Probe.
How long ago did you get the probe?
2 or 300 rotations, I guess.
What was the probe's program?
It was sent on a 500 rotation mission to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no catalog item 2418, Remote Self-Replicating Robot Explorer Probe, had gone before.
Can you explain the probe's replication ability?
Well, we're not hardware people, so we only know the theory. What happens is that while the probe is exploring space, whenever it's not doing something more important, it hunts for asteroids and similar space junk, zaps it into its component parts, absorbs the debris, and when it has enough raw materials stored inside, it manufactures a perfect replica of itself. So even though we only bought one probe, by now there should be hundreds of probes, maybe even thousands.
Can we talk a little bit more about the probe's program?
Sure. What would you like to know?
You mentioned the probe's defensive capabilities. Elaborate.
That behavior was hard-coded by the Milnorme. We couldn't mess with it. Essentially, the probe will only fire its weapons if it has been attacked and cannot communicate with the attacker.
And when defending itself, it uses its lightning weapon?
No. The probe is armed with a battery of missiles. It doesn't use its electrical discharge device in combat.
What missile batteries? It always attacked us with lightning bolts.
That's impossible! It's inconceivable! The electrical discharge device is used only for breaking down raw replication materials into their component compounds for easy gathering.
Would you explain the general outline of the probe's program?
It was a difficult task for us, since we'd never done anything like that before. But for the most part, we just adjusted its standard program, which went something like scan for targets as defined in target list. If no current target, then select new target from the current targets list using specified priorities. If current position is at current target, then set current behavior to new behavior based on behavior priority settings. Perform current behavior. Okay, that's the basic program. I said it was simple, and here are the tables used by the program. Target list with associated target priority. Space vessel 5. Transmission source 4. Astronomical anomaly 3. Planet bearing life signature 2. Raw replication materials 1. Probe behaviors with assigned priorities. Communicate 5. Record data 4. Analyze data 3. Seek replication materials 999. Move to current target 1.
One of these things is not like the others. Would you tell me about the replication behavior?
I'd be glad to. You see, the probe has the capability to seek out raw materials, process the raw materials into component compounds, collect the compounds, and then, when it has a sufficient supply, it can build a duplicate of itself. We decided that since we had only one probe, we should change the replication priority and crank it up so that there would be more probes sooner.
What priority did you assign to replication?
Well, the factory setting was 2, in between movement at 1, and analyze data at 3. I told Joyce Lifting to set it a bit higher. Let me ask him what he set it to. Oh, my! That was a bit extreme, wasn't it? Joyce Lifting told me he changed it to 999, the highest setting on the dial.
What is the effect of the priority settings on behavior?
I'm pretty sure the way it works is that every time a behavior is completed or interrupted, the program selects a new behavior based on the defined behavior target priorities and what kind of target is currently selected. I think a really high priority would cause a probe to focus its attention on that behavior.
Your probe does destroy ships, and I can prove it.
No, it cannot. It is not programmed for hostile behavior. What is your reasoning?
Think about what a probe does when it meets a ship.
Spaceships are the probe's highest priority because we want more than anything to make friendly contact with alien races.
Think about a probe's
The
replication
probe
behavior.
seeks raw materials and processes them in preparation for replication.
Think about the effect of changing the replication behavior's
The
priority.
answer is simple. It would spend more of its time seeking raw materials for its replication process. So what?
Now what will it do to a ship given that its replication priority is set to maximum?
I don't see what you are getting at, but I'll play along with you. Like I said, alien ships are the top priority target. Once a probe scanned a ship, it would instantly move toward it. Then, when it got to the ship, it would initiate communication automatically. When communications were terminated, a new behavior would be selected, and... a new behavior would be selected. And since the replication setting was set to maximum, the probe wouldn't get time to pick a new target. It would use the current target, the ship, for raw replication materials. It would process the ship, break it into component compounds with electrical discharges. Oh no! What have we done? Traveler, you must tell us what we can do! How can we stop the probes from destroying all life in the galaxy?
Well, they probably just destroy all the ships in the galaxy. I don't know that they can process planets. Couldn't you broadcast some kind of recall signal?
No, not catalog item 2418, remote self-replicating robot explorer probe. The model with the recall transmitter was catalog item 2419, and the Melnorme said it was out of stock.
Well, to begin with, if I were you, I'd sue the Melnorme.
Sorry, the Melnorme made us agree to a formal waiver of damages in case something like this happened.
Someone's going to have to hunt them all down and destroy them.
No, that would never work. The probes will replicate too fast. As soon as you destroyed one, two would take its place.
I don't suppose you've cut some kind of mega self-destruct code or something.
Why yes, there is. You're a genius, Traveler. Why didn't we remember that? Oh, there's a problem though. How are we going to transmit the code? Well, while we ponder that problem, at least we can give you the code sequence. That way, if you run into a probe, you can destroy it without getting shot at.
Well, that'll be helpful. Pardon me, but who exactly are you again? I wonder if I missed
We
anything.
are the Slylandro, a race of kind, curious, gas-bagged people.
Sounds interesting. Tell us more.
Certainly, provided you share with us similar information. What would you like to know?
Tell us about your home, this gas giant planet.
Our planet, which we call Source, has no solid surface as yours likely does. Our world is the 500-kilometer band of atmosphere in which we can survive. Below this are the depths, a dark, hostile region, which grows increasingly darker and more hostile the farther one goes. A typical feat of courage for Slylandro juveniles is to sink far enough into the depths so that the juvenile's gas bag is almost ruptured by the pressure. The tissue scars left by the trip last many rotations and are thought to attract comely mates. Above our world is void. When we travel up too far into void, we grow giddy and behave inappropriately.
What can you tell us about your culture?
We have an egalitarian society here. All are equal. Of course, that doesn't stop some people from being stupid fools or jerks. But on a world as huge as Source, where there are no barriers to restrict your travel, if someone is bothering you, you simply go somewhere else. As you might have guessed, we have no physical technology. In our long history, several of our people have tried to work with objects, constructing weapons and other tools from the carcasses of dead beasts. But eventually, whatever it was they were building got too heavy and dragged them down to the depths.
What about your history?
Since we possess no technology, we have no permanent way to record the passing of events. Instead, we use the history chants, long songs whose rhythms and patterns help prevent the introduction of error into the record. When the Shaggy Ones first arrived over 41 drons ago, we had no words for aliens or ships, for stars or planets. Our skies are an opaque swirl of colors. We knew nothing of the universe outside Source. The Shaggy Ones taught us most of the new words, and after they departed, we remembered them for the many long drawn, until ships from the sentient milieu arrived.
Tell us about your biology.
Our world, which we call Source, has been home to our species for many thousands of drawn. We evolved from simpler, unimodular beings who thrive in atmospheric convection cells. At first, we were little more than mindless consumers who glided at the edge of wind walls, straining the air for small animalcules. But even then, we were social creatures who invented language so that we could better cooperate when herding food into dense concentrations. There are many hundreds of species here in Source, producers, consumers, hunters, and parasites, but so far, we are the only species here to achieve intelligence.
Thank you. That's sufficient for
My
now.
pleasure. Now let's talk about you and your peoples.
Is there anything? Goodbye, Slylandro gas bags. I think I already covered
Goodbye,
everything
human fluid sac.
that they can talk to about us. Okay, so that was a long conversation, but now we have the destruct code for the Slylandro probe, so I don't have to fight them anymore. Urea worlds, those are no good. But I should scan that. So yeah, 2 blue stars. So that was these. So I guess the next question is, where do I want to go next? I do have some information from Pkunk that there's another piece of the precursor artifact they gave me that is in the Draconis constellation. Be where the Thredash are. According to... somebody told me that already. Oh, this acid world has some lightning, but also has some life forms. So let's see if I can capture some of those. Temperature's not particularly hot. Oop, it's these things. These are worth a lot. I haven't seen any yet this playthrough. They're not aggressive and are one of the most valuable creatures. My computer's already full on my lander. And I think that double capacity thing I got from the Melnorme also applies to the data. So I'm actually getting a ton here. Pew pew, pew pew. Pew pew pew. Don't really want these acid deposits, but I can always dump them. Oh, oops, I'm full. Yeah, for 0.7 fuel, this is worth doing a setting down just to pick it up. Nice. I'd like to get back to Earth to sell some of these Zoq-Fot-Pik stingers, because I really don't need 5 of them. I built one earlier just to have one. But since they gave me 4 more, I kind of want to get rid of them now. Carbide worlds. Do-do-do. Oop, I missed. Get back there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head to Draconis next and see who's around there. Or, I guess I know it's the Thredash, but... Ooh, more biological scan results. Weather's not bad here. Some earthquakes, but it shouldn't be too severe. Oh, these things. These are not worth a whole lot. Looks like they're not the only things on this planet, though, because I think I see something moving. So yeah, some things moving with different speeds. none of this stuff looks like it's worth very much. That blue gauge in the bottom right is filling quite slowly. That's the biodata gauge. Oop, thank you, earthquake seatbelt shields things. Protecting me. Whoa! Earthquake right on top of me. It's probably lucky there, even with the earthquake modifications, that I didn't take a bunch of damage. Whee! Done. Any other planets here that I want to check for anything? I suppose I should check this green world in case it's a emerald world or has life on it. Alkali world. I'm actually probably reasonably close to having enough resources now to upgrade my ship for combat as soon as I have those tracking devices that are the next tech that the Melnorme said they were going to sell me. Primordial world. Has life, has a ton of earthquakes. Let's give it a try, though. Class 8 tectonics. I don't even think I've tried landing on a Class 8 tectonic planet. It should be pretty wild. Woo! Yo! These things are actually giving me a pretty good chunk, and I'm not having too much trouble from these earthquakes. My shields are... Actually, my shields almost seem to be 100% effective with the earthquakes. So I'm just, like, driving through a bunch of these and not losing anybody. Yeah, that's a lot of biodata. I'm not gonna land and get the last couple, though. That's good enough for now. Now, the Melnorme are always at gas giants. Just have one more planet here to check, and then I'll see where the nearest gas giant is. Or not gas giant. Supergiant stars. See where the nearest supergiant star is. To go buy some more technology from them. Quasi-degenerate world. These have exotic materials. This one actually has a few deposits. I think the last one I ran across only had one deposit. This one's got a bunch. Well, not a bunch, but it has a few. Those exotics are worth a lot more than the other stuff. They're worth 25, and the second highest is radioactives at 8, so definitely worth picking up. Now, if I remember right, I was being chased here by something very fast that was probably another Slylandro probe. It would actually be more efficient for me to use the portal spawner than to fly directly there. Even though it's like the nearest thing to here. Whee! It caught up to me. Whatever it is. Yep, it's one of these
This is
Slylandro probes.
2418-B on a peaceful mission.
Transmit destruct sequence.
Engage in self-destruction circuitry.
One of the things they added to this version was to actually display the scrap screen after you transmit this destruct sequence. Originally, you got resources for this. Oops, and I fall back inside the thing. You got resources for destroying them that way, but it didn't show up, and so it was really not obvious. And let's head to quasi-space. Quasi-space. Now, which one of these goes to Pradash space? Just keep trying them until I find it. I was thinking it was one of these couple. Not this one. This one goes to the Camilo Pardalis stuff. Wasn't this close one, was it? Nope, must be the Ilrath one. Looks like the Pkunk are almost done coming back to their normal region of space. Want to visit them again too, see if they'll give me more ships. Right, that was in the spotty territory. Let's try this one over here. I think the one directly below me was Earth. Or the one, it was fairly close to Earth. Nope, this is back right where I was at. I think. Or no, or by where the Arilou were or something. Try this one. I don't know where this goes at all. Well, if I'm here anyway, maybe I should just go visit the Umgah. The Arilou wanted me to ask them about the Dnyarri, see if they'll just attack me again as usual, or if I can actually get something out of them. That's not a super giant. This is also not the most fuel-efficient way to get here, probably, but oh well. Looks like here comes an Umgah ship. They are not fast. I'm not so concerned about my resource supply anymore. But I'm gonna worry about every little bit of fuel. Oh, there's 5 of those things. Oh well. Now they're a little different. So how goes your work on that talking pet? You told us you were modifying a talking pet, didn't you? You know, I just don't believe you. What are you hiding? They're not talking like they did before. Okay. I don't know if the stingers would be any good against the Umgah drone. I don't think they would be. Let's try it anyway, because I have 5 of these things. Yeah, I don't know that I can get the stingers regular shots past the antimatter cone. Yeah, they're just blocking all of my shots that way. I could try to rush it and hit it with the tongue really quickly. And get lined up here. Yeah, needed to move in faster. Oh, and I haven't, I didn't recrew Whippo. Oh well. Let's try this anyway. Nope! Not getting me that way. And Whippo with the win. 4 to go. Yeah! Let's get a slingshot here. Boing. Two hits, got through. Ow! Still need 2 more hits. There we go. 3 left. Ow! Bounce off the planet, that's never good. Oh, his special drive thing is recharged. I think for it to fully recharge, they just have to not shoot for like 10 seconds or something, and then it will just fill up all the way. They have sort of weird, the Umgah have sort of weird mechanics. Their ships. Kaboom! Is that all of them? There we go. Now let's remember to put crew back on Fwifo's ship. Okay, manifest, roster. I think I had just happened to run across their homeworld earlier. At Alpha Orionis. At least it was a planet that was really surrounded by an awful lot of Umgah drone ships. I'm gonna head back there. Beta, Alpha. We see a lot less ships there now. Although I think there was more when I got in close. There were some outside, a couple outside, and then a big pile of them in closer orbit. Yep, this would be that. See if I can't lure them away and then swing around and get to the planet without having to fight my way through this big mess. Nope, nothing much here. Okay, I'm gonna talk to another one of these and see if I can't get anything out of them. Another 4 of these guys. Oh, nope, they're not gonna talk to me at all, I guess. I'll get a little bit more scrap. As long as I don't mess up and lose my eluder, which would be real bad. At least for the moment, I can still build more of them if I have to, but I like Fwifo. No! Ow! Poor Fwifo. Or well, poor Fwifo's crew. Fwifo himself is fine. He's the one. He's in the picture in the bottom right. No, no, no! That's bad. Okay, let's try Pkunk Fury.
Fool, worm, loser, fool, moron.
Oops, that was bad.
Moron.
Might have to load a save at this point, right?
Worm, wimp, worm, baby, whip, baby, fool, baby, dodo, stupid, loser, baby, wimp, worm.
I might need a good reincarnation for this to not wind up being fatal.
Worm, whip, worm, loser, twit, wimp, idiot, dodo, stupid,
There's a
worm,
hit.
dummy, twit, moron, baby.
Nope. Nope, didn't get a reincarnation. Well... Ha! I can teleport better than you. But your thing's still blocking my laser a lot. And I definitely can't get up very close. I think I got one hit in there. Ooh, that was pretty good. That was not. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna reload a save at this point, because I'm just losing all my ships. Warp out. Emergency warp escape unit, go! Okay, so, supposed to be... sure there's somewhere in the Orionis constellation. So, let's just try the other Orionis stars. Like, figure out what's going on here. Oh, there's a lot of them here. Whoops, I meant to intersect with the planet. Whoop. And they came out of the planet right when I was diving in there. Only 3 of them, though.
No, too much.
Okay, Flippo, let's not get blown up this time. Come on. That's good, 2 more hits. Dance, Flippo, dance. Whip around the planet. Whoa. That was pretty wild. There we go. Let's see, what's left here? 1, 2. Ow. Okay. I think I have a couple seconds before it'll let me get into another encounter, so let's get to this planet and see if it's the one I'm looking for.
What do you want?
There we go, there's a talking pet. Let's see. I thought this was the Umgah homeworld. Who are you?
I am a peaceful creature, a friendly alien life form. The Ur-Quan called us talking pets. Until recently, I was employed on a dreadnought starship as a translator. Then, after the ship suffered severe damage from combat, we crashed at Alpha Pavonis. Miraculously, I survived. I was rescued by an Arilou Lollylay exploration vessel. The Arilou, they couldn't heal my most severe injury, so they brought me to the Umgah, who possess superior bioengineering skills.
But I thought talking pets were sentient. You seem smart enough.
Oh, you know about that, do you? Oh, well, I guess that means I'll have to kill you now. I can't permit you to reveal my transformation. Ur-Quan might find out, and then my plans for revenge will be ruined. Well, I tried to spare your life, Captain, but you were just too curious. So now, seek death at the hands of your enemy. I cannot compel you. Your mind is
Halo
closed.
mind shield.
How can this be? I am forced to resort to more primitive measures. Umgah Commander, summon your 10 combat ships and attack this intruder instantly.
I didn't recrew Whiffo's ship again this time, didn't I? Yep, well, In that case, let's start with these ships. His antimatter cone actually blocked my tongue attack. I didn't expect that to be a thing that it could do. If I can get behind him. It doesn't seem like I can outturn him. I thought I'd be able to tongue him through the cone, but I guess not. Well, let's try some oars. Oars action. Oof. Well. No.
Intruder.
Got one Marine on board him. Didn't do much damage, though. Well, that didn't work at all. I'm gonna have to build another oars ship. They're good for some things, just apparently not so good for that. Well, I guess I'll have to rely on Fwifo then. The Earthling cruiser might be able to take one of those out. Ooh. Get him, Fwifo! Get him! That's right, don't turn your back at me. I don't want you to do that! Don't do that. Come on, there we go. The Earthling cruiser has more powerful guided weapons, but it's so slow to accelerate. So you kind of have to be... Like, this matchup is a little bit reliant on the Umgah not getting a lucky zip backwards like that, getting stuck on you. I'm gonna try a different ship here. Buck. Oh good, he bounced me, now I've got some speed. Haha! And long-range nuclear missiles. Oh, got a bad bounce from that asteroid. I'm getting bad missiles. Come on, missiles. Hit the thing. Also kind of poor battery recharge. I can fire 2 missiles rapidly, but then it's a long time before it charges up enough to fire another. Okay, one more hit. That works. It'd be tougher if the drones were controlled by a player, because they'd be trying to... Ooh, I was going for a planet to whip around and get speed, but I guess that worked well enough. In fact, I'm going to try to get to the planet now. Like, Earthling cruisers can rotate very quickly, but they don't actually accelerate worth a darn. Unless you can get a gravity whip going. They also have point defense lasers, but those aren't really useful in this matchup at all. They can shoot down some weaker projectiles and do like 1 point of damage up at very close range. Come on, get a missile! Nope, not quite that much range. There we go. Now I'm all going slow again. Come on, Buck. Took a little damage there. Get him! There we go. Is it 10 yet? No. How many of you guys are left? At least this is going a lot faster than... Oh, and Buck is down. So what have I got left that has a chance here? I have killed them with Pkunk Furies before. Today, even. So let's try that some. Oop.
Dummy. Dodo.
Forgot to hold the taunt button down.
Moron. Jerk.
Charge my batteries.
Jerk.
There's one hit.
Wimp. Stupid. Wit. Moron.
There's 2 more hits.
Loser. Wimp. Wit. Idiot. Wimp. Wit. Dummy.
Ow, I took damage there.
Worm. Wit.
50% damage
Worm.
even.
Dodo. Wimp. Baby. Jerk. Fool. Dummy. Loser. Jerk. Dodo.
There's a hit.
Fool. Baby. Dodo.
Miss.
Stupid. Idiot. Fool. Wit.
Ooh,
Jerk.
almost.
Wit.
Both of us are
Jerk.
almost toast.
Wit. Jerk. Moron. Dummy. Stupid. Idiot. Stupid. Worm. Dummy. Wimp. Loser.
Come on.
Dodo. Dummy. Idiot,
Oh.
dodo, moron, jerk, wimp, jerk.
Oh! Duh, no reincarnate. I've got to be low on ships now, though. Okay, that was the last one. Oof. That took out about half my fleet, but we won, I guess.
Hi there, friendly Starship Captain. You'll never believe this, but somehow, the injuries I suffered when the Ur-Quan crashed triggered some kind of a personality transformation. I became evil and spiteful, cruel and nasty, whimsically unpleasant. You may have also noticed I gained some kind of temporary psychic powers. Well, I just want to let you know I'm cured, Captain. I don't know exactly how, but when you were fighting those Umgah ships, a chunk of the ceiling fell down on my head and gave me quite a whack. Ouch, oochie, it still hurts. When I awoke, the universe had ceased to be the dark and hostile place I had previously thought it to be. Instead, I was overwhelmed, yes, even awed by the beauty and perfection of it all. I also discovered that I had completely lost those wicked mental powers and can now look forward to a new life filled with happiness, butterflies, and goodwill for all. Your job is done, Captain. You have saved me. Now you can safely remove your psychic protection device and leave. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that, Captain? Don't you believe me? You question my word? Okay, so I was lying. Big deal. So what? Boy, are you a pain. Do you know that? What do you want from me? My life? Oh, you do? Well, as an alternative, let me make this little suggestion. If you don't kill me, I'll help you do whatever you wish. Is it a deal, Captain?
Talking pet, what are you, really?
I will gladly tell you my story, Captain. Gladly. I was indeed a talking pet aboard an Ur-Quan dreadnought. Those years are like a forgotten dream to me. Because I wasn't sentient, I was a dumb beast, an unthinking slave to the heinous Ur-Quan. Then there was a great battle. The ship was hit, severely damaged. Slaves running down the corridors, commands, counter-commands. Then there was a scream atmosphere outside the hull. There was a big explosion of light thunder. We hit the surface of a planet, I'm pretty sure. Next thing I can remember was the face of the creature you called the Arilou. I was in great pain. But the creature was kind. It did what it could for me by applying its own medicines in my alien form. I was transported off-planet. I remember an all-pervading green light. Then we were at the homeworld of the Arilou. Again, Captain, forgive me if I'm not more clear, but I wasn't intelligent yet. Give me a chance. I presume my injuries were too severe for the Arilou to repair, but perhaps I reacted badly to their medicines or something, because the next thing I remember was being moved back into a ship. Things grow dim. My next memory is being on board an Umgah starship. Wet flesh throbbing all around me, Umgah laughing as they worked on my body. It was kind of unnerving. Suddenly, like the explosion of a bomb, real thought flooded my brain. I don't know how or why, but the Umgah had discovered that my brain could be easily changed, improved, to give me true intelligence. What they didn't realize is it also brought back a flood of memories. Memories of my species' ancient past, from before the time the Ur-Quan castrated our thinking minds and transformed my people into crude beasts. I'm the only intelligent Dnyarri left in this galaxy, Captain. Now you understand my lust for vengeance?
An amazing story, if true. Pardon me if I am a bit skeptical, but you are a proven liar.
It's all true, Captain. Every word. Now listen, and I shall tell you why the Ur-Quan did this to us. It was over 20,000 of your years ago, Captain, when an Ur-Quan slave raider landed on the surface of my world and began capturing my people, killing those that would not submit. How can I know this, you ask? These memories are embedded deep in my genetic structure. They cannot be forgotten. How we fought the Ur-Quan. Even then, they had a hierarchy of combat thralls, though then they called themselves by the absurd name, the Sentient Milieu. Ha! They were nothing more than thugs, especially those hideous Arilou. Those evil rock-like creatures were the worst of all. For fun, they'd take one of our children and then roll over it again and again. Oh, the war against the Ur-Quan and their milieu lasted decades.
millions of our people died. But with the forces of truth and justice at our side, we were prevailing. Then, the Arilou made their fateful discovery. A shield against our only weapon, our weak psychic powers. With that shield, they were unstoppable. We had lost. But the Ur-Quan, they were not satisfied merely with our defeat, our slavery. They wanted more. They wanted to punish us for our insolence in fighting back against them. So they devised the sickest, most cruel and perverse punishment ever imagined. They invaded our very genetic structure, hacked out enough of our minds to lobotomize us for all eternity. And then we were made their closest servants, their talking pets. This was our punishment.
So what kind of deal, talking pet? Provide details.
I get the basic idea. You want to overthrow the Ur-Quan. Bravo! Good idea! Way to go! I too wish to see the Ur-Quan beaten, humiliated, destroyed, and I alone possess the unique ability that will help you achieve your goal. I can use my psychic powers to temporarily distract the Ur-Quan, confuse them for a few seconds. Presumably, you will use this moment to strike a lethal blow against the Ur-Quan. Such a plan cannot fail, Captain. We must see to that.
Hey, you tried to kill me. Your words are lies. How can I possibly trust you?
Captain, calm down. Be reasonable. Listen to me. I am nothing more than a single being, hardly larger than one of your Earth dogs. Woof woof. My only weapon, my weak psychic abilities, have been nullified by your protective device. I am harmless, but perhaps I can be of some small service to you. Consider this my hopeful attempt to compensate you for all the trouble I've caused you in the past. In the past, Captain, and now we look to the future, to victory over the evil Ur-Quan. I am your secret weapon against these tyrants, Captain. Don't leave me here.
I know what you are, evil creature. You are a lying, boneless dweeb.
Yes, Captain, I am a lying, boneless, toady dweeb. But I am your lying, boneless, toady dweeb.
Heinous, brainy frog monster, you must die.
No, please don't. I'm the last of my species. You can't do this to me.
I will not be swayed from my path. Say your prayers.
How interesting. During that last little thread of yours, I noticed something wonderful. You don't have the Arilou shield properly installed. Ha ha ha, fool! You could have fired on me. Now I fear you will have to accept my offer. I will join you on board your vessel. Together, we will exact my revenge, and perhaps incidentally, realize your own plans as well.
Must resist, can't let it win, must not.
Wonderful, Captain. I am so glad you have seen the light of reason. I shall gather my few possessions and come aboard your vessel immediately. When you wish to talk with me, I'll be down in your ship's cargo hold. That's all, Captain. For now, at least.
Well, now I have a scary psychic critter on board. Let's recrew. Wow, only had one left on Quifo's Eluder. I lost a bunch of other ships. But that was an important thing, so worth it. Let's go chat with these Umgah now and see if they're more reasonable.
Hooray! Hooray!
Now they sound like they used to.
I'll save you. Oh, hurry, human earthling. Hurry. Your reward awaits at our home. In case you have forgotten, that beta Orions. Oh, hurry, human earthling, hurry!
Oh, guess they're not gonna tell me anything else.
Hail, hail, human earthling. Great hero has returned. Oh, my ribbons quivering. Just looking at him on monitor. What smile. What sparkling eyes. What nice bony structure. He one who has saved us from mental compulsion of evil talking pet. Hail! 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 Oh, great hero!
We grateful species, speak to us how we reward you.
Let's see. So since I'm your great hero guy, tell me all your secrets.
Secrets? You want secrets? Our secrets? Oh, you made fatal mistake, human. Good joke, huh? Scared you? Sure, we tell our secrets. Now let me see. What are secrets? Oh yes, remember. It's about mycons. You see, mycons only other race we know of that have same kind of biotechnical skills as Umgah. But amazing thing, they do all with their own bodies. Don't need tools. They just think. Genetic modification, and it happened. We found that pretty hard to understand. So, when nobody looking, we clonk one on head, bring it back here to our world, and slice it up for detailed study. Those guys not product of any natural evolutionary process. They constructs. Some kind of multi-purpose biological tool. We don't know who made them or for what purpose, but they way beyond anything we ever heard of. We not figure out much before tissue samples all gross. So, guess that's pretty much all of Big Secret. Oh, do us a favor. Please not tell anybody about Pkunk mycon. It's kind of against Ur-Quan laws and not want to get mycon mad at us.
Yep, that's right. You guys owe me big time.
Hail! 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 Oh, you right. We do. Oh, we must reward you. But what do we have?
Good night, Jaguar. Thanks for coming by and thanks for following.
Protoplasm? No.
Thanks for checking out the Star Control tube.
Not easily appreciated.
See you around.
Vigorous esters. No, too common. Habit, genetic modification. Yes, it's perfect gift. Listen, human earthling, we add some extra eyes, a few tentacles, other organs of whatever size and shape you desire. What? You not want more organs? You sure? How strange. How sad. This was best gift. We Umgah have nothing but vast supply of biological skills and data. Huh? What
biological
you say?
data?
You want biological data? Just plain, raw, biological data? What you do with it?
Sell to the Malnorme.
Oh, well, you hear me. Whatever you want, you get.
I wonder how much I get. Well, your great hero must leave now, but rest assured, I'll be back.
You know, great hero, I get this funny feeling. Would like to know what feeling is? Oh, good. I tell you. My feeling that great hero stuff, well, boring, not funny at all. You only say hail, hail, hail so many times before it starts to lose appeal. So, instituting slight deviation in course of our relationship. Specifically, instead of being dull and lifeless great hero, you now glamorous and exciting great enemy!
Yay.
Oh, we give you some of our drone ships to make even more interesting.
Yay.
Yes, it's going to be lots more fun. Here, let me show you.
Well, I got 4 Umgah drone ships. Yay. I'm at a homeworld, so there's probably just an unlimited number of them, so I'm just gonna immediately try to warp out. Bye! Problem is, they're all congregating on this planet now, so in order to dodge them, I'm gonna have to wait for them to all get into this local area. Or I'll just leave, fight one group, and hope that's all that I have to deal with. There might be a few ships here. Each of those has at least like 3 to 5 actual Umgah drones in it. Okay, maybe this is all of them. Whee! Okay, I think I'm clear. Star map and the Spothy are gone. Okay, what happened to the Spothy? I was gonna go straight back to Earth, but I think first I'm gonna go where the Spothy were. If I can figure out which, let's see. Spothy are at... .6, 368.7. Two, 4, 1, 3, 6. So here, Epsilon Gruis. That's 20 fuel from here. I should use the portal spawner instead. And figure out where that is. Is it this one? It was one of the... I think this is where I came... I think I actually left from Spothy space to get to the Umgah this last time. Nope, wasn't that one. I should really just use a quasi-space map. Or just make one, because it'd be easy to do. Is this it? Oh yeah, here we are. Epsilon Gruis. And now Spothiwa appears to be slave shielded. See if anybody's still on the moon. There's some exotics here. I wasn't able to land here before because this is where the Spothy High Council was. They had abandoned their moon because of the evil ones that they had me take care of for them. Report from surface. Captain, this is Lieutenant Robinson, sir. We have located an alien artifact down here. Perhaps more importantly, we have found something which I think may explain what happened to the Spothy, and I don't think you're going to like it. We are investigating a large blue machine when Officer Talbot discovered a message glued to the side of the device. Sir, it's a note from the Spothy High Council. I'll read it to you. Dear Hunums, how are you? We are fine. However, can we thank you for letting us study your planet Earth's slave shield? Admittedly, it took us some time to replicate the technology ourselves, but we are simply delighted with the results. Yes, sirree, we sure love the idea of putting an impenetrable shield around our planet. Now all those evil monsters that we're just about to attack won't be able to eat us. Thanks. I guess this means we won't be able to send you any more starship captains. Sorry. Well, they want to turn on the shield about now, so we've got to get going. I'm sure we'll never, ever talk with you again, so goodbye and thanks again. Your friends, the Spothy Ruling Council. P.S. This machine is the super powerful hyperwave caster that the Umgah used to trick us into believing that the Grandmaster Planet Eaters were coming to destroy Spathiwa. We thought maybe you'd like to have it. I think this also probably the caster the Umgah used to tell the Ilrath that Dogar and Kazon wanted them to go prey on the Pkunk. Okay. Well, my stream has gone about an hour over what I normally am scheduled to do, so I'm going to probably end it right here. Let's see. So Thursday is going to be NetTrek as usual, and more Star Control 2 on Saturday. I believe this Thursday's NetTrek game is planned to be a hockey game, so be doing crazy hockey action. Hopefully the new 32-bit server build that Yoda did will fix the disappearing ships problem that we were having, and we'll have a good hockey game. So, good night, everybody. Thanks all the people who might, if anybody's still around from the raid, thanks for sticking around and watching my stream. Thanks for all the follows, and good night.